Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 168 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of September 25th, 2021. We are recording this on time, on a Saturday evening, as we're supposed to, but mostly out of desperation because I'm going to a wedding tomorrow. I'm your dispatcher, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have two engineers, that would be Jacob Durbin and Nicholas Christensen.
Hey. Hello.
With us, our fireman is Nicholas Wakefield.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
And our brakeman is Brian Harrison. You guys know Brian. Everyone knows Brian from many local
Is I, the Starlight Alchemist.
Yeah, that guy. Anyway, we have a surprisingly light podcast. Hopefully we can keep spirits up and keep the time down. Well, yeah, asterisks, and I think it's going to be light. We didn't have a ton of news in the past couple of weeks. We didn't have a ton of derailments in the past couple of weeks. Things seem to be settling down a little bit. We'll see how this pans out. But the train will terminate at this station.
All right, welcome everybody. Today we are in sunny Flagstaff, Arizona. Spoiler alert, my new home. Get to that later. It is currently 68 degrees outside, clear as the day, and been like 4 manifests that have gone by. But knowing our luck, there's going to be 0 trains for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Didn't we get only one train last episode? And it was like
last time we were on Flagstaff. Last time we were on Flagstaff, we had 1 train.
I think it all. I'm saying I think it also happened last episode. Oh no,
Were you on Flagstaff last episode?
No. We were in Canada. We only got like 1 train and a car show. Speaking of which, here's train number 1. If you want to talk about Flagstaff, though, you can after this short message, which is Union Pacific derailed on September 13th. That's the only thing in the Class 1 Medal of Responsibility. Norfolk Southern is still the current holder. That was Jivos on Stacks that just went by. And, yeah, Achilles, have you been on a grab bag yet?
No, actually. Unfortunately, I have not gotten on a grab bag yet. I've been trying really hard to get on a grab bag. My shadow has been on a grab bag. Hold on, I'll actually get the link. Give me a second. Let's see if I think it's this one.
Oh man, if I will put this in the advertisements if you can find the grab bag with your shadow.
I think I already found it. Hold on. Because this is from the evening of the 11th. So it was on the 11th that I saw. Yeah, okay, here it is. Hold on.
I need this grab bag.
Give me. I'm literally waiting to get the timestamp.
I like to get the most out of life by watching virtual railfan grab bags.
Life would be incomplete. All right, this is the timestamp. I also want to note there is a flash on this. I'm not the one using the flash. You can see my shadow on the left.
Okay, this will be down in advertisements. Julie's in a grab bag. Asterisk.
Julie's shadow in a grab bag.
Peter Pan taught me my shadow is part of me, so... does anybody else remember that? Like, Peter Pan, there was a big thing about his shadow. Like, it could fly around on its own or whatever. No?
His shadow was alive,
basically. Yeah, I was obsessed with Peter Pan as a small child, but... Achilles, why were you in a virtual railfan grab bag in Flagstaff? How could that happen? I thought you did not live near Flagstaff.
Well, conveniently... there happens to be a college, aka the best college in Arizona, Northern Arizona University. And as such, as a newfound college freshman, I know I'm really aging all 3 viewers we have when you think that O'Gillies was first on this podcast when he sounded like this, and now he's a college freshman. But
you're aging me. Like, who cares about the viewers? I feel old.
But I moved to Flagstaff on August 16th, I have done so much rail fanning. It's not even funny. And gotten a shit ton of Tinder matches, but this is a train podcast, so we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Wow, way to brag about all your Tinder matches.
Imagine getting Tinder matches.
I have a quick question.
What?
The whole thing about Ogelia saying that like he first came on the podcast when he spoke like this, that makes me think, who was the youngest person ever on the Terminus podcast?
Ever on?
I think it was me. I think it actually was me.
I don't, as a regular member probably, but like as a random guest, nah, it was probably like Bears the first time we had him on. I don't know, if I had to hazard a guess. But I don't know.
Like, was there anyone born after me?
I don't know. You'd have to check the ages of all the people that have been on.
Because I was born in 2004. I'm 17 right now, so...
Oh god, that makes me feel old.
Yeah.
You're 17 and you were born in 2004.
In that case, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well.
The future is now old.
God, I'm letting my
anyway, the context as to why I was on this specific grab bag, because I'm going to talk about my rail fanning here.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like that's the point of the podcast.
It's almost like that's the point of this section of the podcast. Ooh, what a shocker.
No, you should talk about your Tinder more.
Oh, yeah. So I matched with this girl on Tinder, and it was here for a long time. Not here for a good time, not a long time. So swipe right if you're intrigued.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anyway, this grab bag.
You can go grab your bag after this.
So on this specific grab bag, it was approximately 10:50 at night when the BNSF HBAR AMS 4-11L something like that.
What is that in English?
Givos on stacks. That's what.
No, it wasn't Givos. It wasn't Givos. There was an ST70 on it.
Wow.
Good to see BN using EMD still.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me figure out where AMS is. Give me a second.
My good friend.
It's not Givas on stacks. It's aces on coal.
Okay, so it was a stack, or the BNSF HBAR AMS 4-22 or 11L is the BNSF manifest, high priority manifest from Barstow Yard in Barstow, California, to South Amarillo, Texas. Manifest freight runs like 3 times a week, and it had BNSF 6163, one of their stupid sticker units, trailed immediately by NS 1072, which is the Illinois Terminal Heritage Unit, bumping my NS Heritage Unit count to 3. In general, though, I actually have done a lot of photography lately, not a lot of videography, and I know this isn't the self-promotion section, but I'm going to self-promote myself anyway.
I mean, you can. There's plenty of room for it later, but you can.
I've taken a lot of pictures, and let me quickly get you Flickr links for some of them. You have to open Flickr because I'm quirky. Actually, no, you don't. I have my flippin' video hard drive. I have my hard drive that's got all my shit backed up on it right here.
I need to set up a Flickr for my stuff.
Yeah, you do. Flickr.
Oh God! Breaking news: Amtrak derailment and a rough one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Empire Builder. I'm seeing at least.
Well, they're not really building anything right now.
I'm seeing at least one car on its side.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm getting flashbacks to the Sunset Limited. I'm going to be honest.
Well, at least it's not in water.
It's in the middle of Montana.
Yeah, but it's double deckers.
Yeah.
So.
Hold on. Pretty remote area, Montana.
Oh my god.
No word on injuries, etc. Although it looks like they've got plenty of, ambulances and stuff on scene.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find any more information.
Oh boy, that's not very good.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's really bad. Hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, same.
Amtrak doesn't need the dent and reputation.
Yeah. Hold on. And there's not even a post on the Amtrak subreddit about it yet.
Oh, this is like...
This just happened.
Yeah.
That...
Is there an update on the Amtracker yet? Does it show as service disruption? Yes, it
I
does.
was already checking.
Yep.
Yep.
You're not supposed to be looking at that.
Well, I don't really care.
Well, there goes latest train on Amtrak.
Well,
gee, I wonder what train it is.
yeah.
Gee.
Thinking emoji.
Yeah, I hope everyone's all right. That's not good. That said, it does sort of look more like the car just fell over instead of the alternative, which is the car smashed.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Bandit's center beam.
That's not. That train split in two. That train split in two because that's the observation car that's on that side. And there's only 5 cars. That train split in two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's probably more cars behind that we can't see. I mean, if we only have these 3 photos to go off of, and I'm not like showing the photos to the audience, which I did briefly, but show more replies. Please give me more information. Nope. Nothing. Well, wish them luck getting out of that mess. I'm sure we'll talk about that next episode. Anyway, yeah, so, do you want to skip to the part where you say you live in Flagstaff now?
I live in Flagstaff now.
Yeah. Anyway, what has everybody else done?
Well,
Wait,
I've been spending probably too much of my free time working on models. Although I haven't found what too much free time working on models is.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a definitive number.
I'll pull up the picture from earlier. Where'd you put it in real model railroading?
I can just send it again.
I got it.
Okay.
This cuteness.
Yeah. So one of my projects that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks is to paint up. Actually, I don't even think it was on here when I got those, but I finally found a set of Roundhouse Overland passenger cars. Not the little shorty ones. Those are the overtons. Those are everywhere.
Are these the same passenger cars that I have for Lee?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say these look familiar. These look a little familiar. And you said you were lettering them earlier. Here's some pictures.
Yeah, I can just send them again. Discord.
Also, real quick, I am also going to quickly send some of my Flagstaff pictures.
Okay, yeah, go ahead with the self-promotion. Oh, did you get them unpainted?
No, they were like a Maintenance of Way gray.
Oh. Well, point is, you did paint them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're now green.
They look like they belonged this way, I'm going to be honest. They did not look like you painted them. I was very impressed to see one of them being gray.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, and you just decaled this earlier today, the Raleigh Post Office.
Yeah. Well, I started those last night, but yeah, last night finished them today.
Yeah, well, they look good. Wait, do they? They don't have the windows in them yet, do they?
No.
Okay.
Because they're not done. I still need to put up on the top. I need to put Raccoon Creek, but
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna try to save my sanity a little bit and just get custom decals for that instead of doing individual letters.
Yeah, that
that'll
sounds like
cost
a
more,
nightmare,
but-
honestly. How much
Yeah,
are custom decals?
I don't really know. I haven't looked into it too much yet.
Yeah, neither I need to get some for Skook,
The skook.
which I don't mean update photos on, but it's still a work in progress.
Like
But I do, however, have photos of the nearest distance to my Wasser.
Go on.
Okay, so back in the 70s, Weber Rossi, or Weber Rossi, rather, the pronunciation of the Italian company is fun. Produced the Virginia and Chucky's J.W. Bulker, which was is, because it's still around, 240 locomotive.
By the way, I have another picture, another angle of the Amtrak wreck that I'm showing the audience right now. This is the one where Achilles was counting the cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Wait, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by the looks of it.
It is the observation car.
Yeah,
there's another angle that'll. It's the observation.
Anyway, go ahead, Monkey. I'm just trying to keep touch on the breaking news.
Get the context out there,
Yeah.
So anyway, I won an eBay auction of 3 of these.
Oh my god. Do you buy one of anything?
No. No, at this way, I don't buy one of anything anymore.
We're gonna go see your house. It's gonna be 3 identical houses.
House mitosis.
Yeah. Style point for house mitosis.
But yeah, I plan on taking the best one and detailing it up with brass detail parts, and maybe adding DCC.
Okay.
It's going to be a hard one to do, but it's going to be hilarious.
So I'm looking at these 3 in their boxes. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. And I assume you've posted one picture of each?
Yep.
Yeah, because I was looking at these 3 pictures and going, I cannot tell if those are different engines or just the same engine with slightly different angles.
Oh no, they're all different.
Yeah.
Well, they're all different photos, but the same engine.
Well, wait.
Except for 2 have knuckles, or 2 have knuckle covers, and 1 still had horn hooks until they broke off.
They broke off. Oof.
Yes.
I hate it when that happens.
I hope it's not the best running one out of the bunch, but
I mean,
if not, oh well. I can take one of the knuckles off of the other one, and it's fine.
You should put knuckles on them anyway. You should see what you can do if you just tie all 3 of them together. Do you think you could, like, jerry-rig them so that they run as one engine? You just have a decoder in one of them and just wire directly to the other 2.
Or I could kit bass a skookum out of them.
Yes.
Them.
Skookum at home.
You kit bash like a 24442 out of these.
Yeah.
240 plus 042 Garrett with a 244 tractor tender.
Oh jeez.
Literally, skookum at home.
Can we?
Or it can be a double ferry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a much better idea. That's a way better idea.
I was gonna say you get 2 more, you paint them all into 5 different colors, and you make them like Voltron.
Yeah.
They can form into one large engine.
Oh god.
Except for the best running one, it's going to become Oregon Pacific #1, and it's going to have probably a gray smoke box and then green boiler jacketing, because they were green.
Silver smoke box, best.
Yep.
Green, good.
Yes.
Green. Actually, green boiler jacket. We may not have something with a boiler jacket, but I do have something with a hell of a boiler. There was a video posted recently of the firebox and boiler on the T1 finally being in the same place.
Nice.
Holy Moses.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw the video. It's nuts.
It's really big.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yes. So, all the best of luck to the T1 Trust in their adventures with this massive piece of metal that they have slowly put together.
What is that little boiler?
What?
The little boiler next to it.
That's a good question.
I think that's the one for the CW engine up in Wisconsin.
Might be.
I think that's what
Yeah,
it
what
is
is that?
because they said they went with the same contractor as them, which was the CW 1385, if I recall.
So little though.
It
Yeah, I love it.
looks like a
Wow,
toy.
how would
next to
you
this
feel if
thing.
somebody called you little?
People have called him little. I understand what it's like. We're both 5'7".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm 5'5".
Yeah, but you're also still growing.
I don't think I am. I'm scared that I don't have any growth spurts
Okay,
left.
get tall shoes.
I mean, you may
Wear
randomly
high
have
heels.
one at
Where I,
19.
yeah, exactly. Nobody will make fun of you then.
Are you sure about that?
I wouldn't make fun of you. So you have one person who wouldn't make fun of you.
Yeah, you got your good friend O'Gillies.
You haven't seen my school.
Well, bring
Just
O'Gillies
change
to your
schools.
school.
I was
Change
wondering where I was
transfer
hearing.
Go to
I was wondering
NAU.
where I was.
Please go to
sorry.
NAU. I need new former friends that aren't racist assholes.
This is a good idea. Yes, I would totally join you for that. Also, I was wondering where I was hearing sirens, because there's no like police or anything around where I am. And then I realized, oh wait, it's just the virtual railfan camera in the background.
Yeah, there's
no,
an oddly large amount of police presence in Flagstaff. Also, we really did choose a really crappy day to look at the Flagstaff cam.
I mean,
I have ATCS.
We had Jivas
oh
on
no,
staff.
wait,
oh,
and now
you're
we've had
seeing nothing coming.
Yeah, the ATCS. I have ATCS
Yeah.
pulled up. The nearest eastbound is almost 60 miles away. Or the nearest westbound is 60 miles away. There's one westbound 20 miles away, and then after that, there's nothing for like 100 miles.
All right, so depending on where Locomotive Versus falls, we might see 2 more trains over the rest of this podcast.
Right.
We
Fantastic.
can go to Springfield.
I mean, we're gonna stay here. We don't give up on things.
Yeah.
We're not. We're not quitters.
You know who else is in the critter? George Zabacot, the owner of the Porky.
Porky. Abba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's all, folks.
That's noisy.
And now she won.
And it looks
I know.
really good.
Yeah. This is what happens when you take 20 years to restore an engine. It comes out really good.
Looking at you, Lucy.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope that principle holds true for when they finish 3713.
Right?
It's Steamtown. I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
You never know.
Seriously, I would really want to see a double header between Porky and Skookum.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What about what was that other engine that showed up in Locomotive Versus a couple times? 105, was that Polson Logging?
No.
Or, no, what was it? 105
That-
from
That was on Bill.
okay.
And it's still around 2.
Yeah,
and,
those two would look great together.
And I'm holding out for the Kepner estate auction.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
where it is?
Yep.
No.
That's where it is, and that's where it will remain until someone picks it up from there.
So
The more I look at
Train
it, the
heist.
more I start to think. Sorry.
no, go ahead. I was just you don't need to
Yeah.
stop talking every time I start talking. Sometimes I'm
No,
just
it's okay.
interjecting.
Assert your dominance.
Yep, sorry. The more I look at it, the more 205 looks like a relative of Alberni Pacific 7.
Could be.
The locomotive I brought to the logging royale.
Long bell.
Yes.
Like if you put a saddle on it, stretched it a bit, and add a fourth driver.
Well, are they both
Yeah,
Baldwins?
Yeah, they are.
Well, that'd be
This
why.
2 is the fault one.
They must be built to, as I said, like with Polson Logging 2 or whatever, the
Yeah.
one that Horizon was it? Right?
That's
It must be a
Mikado.
relative. It must be part of the standardized system.
Yeah, Baldwin was
Standards.
pretty. Yeah, Baldwin's logging stuff was pretty standard. Although the 205 here did deviate a little bit from the typical design, because there's a bit of a gap between the first and second pair of fibers, which I never noticed before until now.
It's just
But
got a
it's
tooth
there.
gap. It's fine. It's normal.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
If I was ever to actually physically build a new build steam locomotive, probably be some Baldwin logging design.
In fairness, getting your hands on Baldwin diagrams is certainly not the hardest thing in the world.
No.
If you want to build a steam locomotive.
That's the issue, though. I haven't been able to find a single diagram of number 7.
Well, you might have to go visit Eddystone.
Yeah.
I believe the records building is still there, and you can just, you can't just wander in, but everything's still there, to my knowledge.
Well, time to go get a passport.
Yeah, time to take a visit to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Visit the Olympia while you're down there. It's worth it. Anyway, what else have we got going on? I wanted to share my story of the Providence Northern update, I suppose, where I went to an operating session last weekend with Gloria so that we could take some pictures and video to update our slideshow for the Big E. When we go to the EE Model Hobby Show, the Amherst Model Railway Show in Springfield, which is at the end of January, and it's on for this year, as far as we know. We have a really old slideshow that we just show at our booth for the PN. It has pictures from like 10 years ago. The layout has changed dramatically since then. So we talked about it in a meeting. We said, like, hey, we need to update this. This is really out of date. And so I decided, hey, maybe we can come and just take pictures during the newest operating session. We can start to update things. And so I was going to the most recent meeting to say that, yes, we're on for that. I'll do that. And I blew a tire on the way there.
It seems like a recurring theme.
It is, and I'm beginning to get suspicious. I mean, this one is understandable because it's the spare tire that I threw on there after we lost the last one. And so it's been on there longer than a spare tire should have been on there. I just got lazy about it. I knew it was going to go.
Was it like one of those old spare tires, or is it a newer one?
It was, well, it's a full-size spare. It's not like a donut, but it's also the way the spare sits in the 240. It sits vertically instead of horizontally, which, as we learned on Gemini, does bad things to tires.
How would you fit it vertically? How would you fit it vertically?
It fits like, it almost looks like an extra wheel well in the back. It's in the, I guess you'd call it the trunk, but it's a hatch because it's a wagon. Just as an extra hump. It is weird. In fact...
Well, I guess that's just Volvo for you.
Yeah, as Volvo designed them, they actually had one on each side so you could carry 2 spare tires. Because I guess they decided that was necessary. And then they got rid of one when they changed the way that they changed the way you put gas in the car because you needed an evaporator. So...
I mean, I guess that's what you should expect from the same company that put an inline 6 in transversely.
Hell yeah. An inline 5, too.
There's a person who owns
inline 5's cool.
that parks in the parking garage, and it has been my mission since I moved in to figure out who the fuck owns the 940.
Awesome.
You can ask all of my friends. Every time I see the 940, I'm like, I need to figure out who owns the 940.
Just put like a note under their windshield or something, or under their, windshield wiper.
I like your car, bro.
Who are you? Yeah. Actually,
who are you? I like your car.
That was one of the things that happened on Apollo, because do you remember there was a 940 at Essex?
We were in at Essex? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a 940 at Essex. It's got a white hood and it's just rusty as all hell. And then we saw it again at the WWF. TJ and I did, actually. This wasn't on Apollo. It was the following time TJ and I went up there for the annual picnic. We saw this 940 in the parking lot, and I was like, wait, that's the one from Essex. Who owns that car? Who here? And we didn't get to see him. It left before we were done with the last train. So, yeah.
I'm going to leave a note on the 940 that says, who owns this car? I love your car.
I would get a Volvo, but I don't want to deal with Volvo with, like, European maintenance costs.
Volvo shenanigans. Yeah, I mean, fair.
It's a normal thing. Mercedes, BMW, anything British. They just have those maintenance costs. It's
not anything British. Or a BMW just asking for trouble. Volkswagens are cheap to fix, but you have to do it a lot. And then Volvo's out there in Sweden.
That's why I'm aiming for Japanese or American.
Yeah, if you want quality, you know, if you want it to last a long time, just get a Honda or a Toyota. It's going to last you forever. It'll outlive you, given the opportunity.
It literally, those things exist in spite of humans.
And with Americans, it's the same story, but slightly less reliability, more parts availability.
Yeah. But anyway, I blew this tire out on the side of the interstate. Pulled over.
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Yeah, I know. Changed it as quickly as I could. Got to the PN in time to catch the very end of the meeting. I walked in and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm late." And they're like, "That's fine." Anyway, motion to adjourn. I was like, "I." And then we walked out. I was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna be here next weekend with Gloria, and we're gonna take a bunch of pictures." Everyone was like, "Okay, sure." And then I checked to make sure everyone had signed up to the for the Big E, like to be at the booth. And then I told Ray Schofield that someone had hacked into his LinkedIn account and was trying to get me to use their stockbroker, which was undoubtedly a scam.
Yeah.
And then I left. And then I went to the operating session and I ran like one train and I told Ray, "Hey, this guy's still sending me messages from your LinkedIn account. You should probably change your password or something." He's like, I don't care. I don't use it anyway. It's like, all right.
True.
Actual
I don't
boomer
even
moment.
have one. Yeah.
Anyway. Anything else that anybody wants to cover desperately? I know my tire story was so important.
Doodlebug.
On the note of modeling,
Go on.
kind of don't feel like modeling anymore. Don't
What
join
is
the
this?
club in Flagstaff. But I don't know, because I feel like doing transition era now, and also I feel like doing transition era N scale.
Oh god.
And also, I don't have anywhere to run, so there's no point in buying models, and I should probably just sell them to generate income so that I can fix the shitty hard drive on my computer.
It's one-time income.
I mean, yeah.
But also, I have nowhere to run them.
I mean, you could just hang on to them. It's not like they're gonna go bad.
Just hodl. Hodl.
Just set up some shit on the floor. Like I
the
did.
next eastbound, well, that's cool, but there's also a thing called a roommate who hates me.
Tell your roommate not to stay. I don't think your roommate hates you.
I think you guys are into each other. So
yeah.
Next
He
next
did
train
say
is going
he would
to be.
subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
He didn't actually say that. He said he would not subscribe.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, next train is an eastbound that's at Belmont, which is like 10 miles outside of Flagstaff.
Okay. Tell me about this Doodlebug. And Agili's absolutely joined the transition era side.
Okay, so Doodlebug.
Doodlebug.
I've wanted one for a long time, and at home I have one of the Bachmann ones that I was going to make into Erie 5012 that's at ORM.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically that was like the first time I've ever like really kit bashed anything, so that was kind of a failed project. Like I'm trying to like this is before I had really any tools other than like an X-Acto knife. So like I'm trying to drill holes for grab irons with the tip on my tweezers and all this dumb shit. And then I painted it, and it looked good. And then I did the yellow stripes and really fucked it up. So it's basically dead.
Unfortunately.
Rest in peace, Boodle Tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I started getting into more, doing Raccoon Creek stuff, and because I spend too much time on YouTube and online looking at, other people's railroads, I'm like, you know what? A Doodlebug would make sense. This is a little short line.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of little short lines had Doodlebugs. It makes sense. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. I found one article where a guy took a Bachmann one and shortened it. And that would work, because the Bachmann frame I have, it still runs. I would just need a new shell. But Bachmann shell, you can still buy the shells from Bachmann, but they're expensive. They're all, I don't know, they're like, I think $30 for one shell. And that's not even including the chassis or the DCC, anything. That's just $30 for the shell.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, Walthers made doodlebugs, and my friend has one. They run pretty good, and they're short. So I go on eBay, see if there is one, find one for what? I think $30, 30 something dollars, and then total it came out to $43 shipped.
Okay.
Which is a screaming deal for one of these because I think the next cheapest one was like 60, not including shipping. And then it got here I think it got here last Friday, and I've been really enjoying it ever since.
Are you gonna
For a
re-letter it?
split second, I thought it was the brass one.
Oh God.
I was thinking, Trader spending some money on brass.
No, not yet.
No.
Because there was, in the auction a while back that I participated in, there was a set of these that were the Ma and Pa one. And I was like, oh no.
Wish I knew that.
No.
Oh,
No.
They went for our money.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to do all
money during that auction.
So I don't really know how to kit bash brass. So
Carefully.
Yeah, very carefully.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, Brian, I want you to talk about your blog, but we have to move on to the next section.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
I'll give you room in the advertisements to talk about it. Anyway, it's time for. Who's gonna do it?
Locomotive versus
Locomotive
That's better.
I love just dropping it and seeing who jumps on it fast enough. That's too good. Anyway, in one corner, we have... Oh god, both of these are very long. The Canadian Pacific D10 GHJ T-Bolt. And in the other corner, we have the Canadian National H-6-G T-Bolt / Cole.
What is T-Bolt?
Yeah, what is T-Bolt?
That's a specific locomotive because it's my local one.
What does T-Bolt mean?
I'm pretty sure it's a kind of rivet or maybe I don't know, boiler.
I have no idea.
Secure thing. I'm not actually sure. I'll have to read up on that.
I think.
But I just know that's a specific kind that 1392 is.
If I had to hazard a guess, it's either T-posing to assert dominance, or it's a kind of stay-bolt.
Probably a kind of stable, yeah. Pretty sure.
Anyway.
I found a good picture that I can use.
I'm trying to find one that isn't obscured by a bus.
A bus or a bush?
Bus.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's a really inconvenient bus.
George W. got in the way, so...
No, it's Jeb! Exclamation point.
Jeb! Exclamation point, all one word?
Yes.
At the time, I would pull out one of my own pictures of 1392 that I have on my phone, but...
You could just... do you have Discord on your phone? You could just send it to the channel.
I do. It's just that they're way back in my files, and it'd take ages to scroll to them.
I mean, I got you, fam.
You got something? Okay, there it is.
That's like literally the first one. I was debating on whether or not to actually click that one.
Yeah, it's good enough. Alright, so in... Oh god, I'm gonna need to remember which one is which, because... Canadians. Okay, so this is... Okay, here's this one. That's the one on the left. This is the one on the right. Okay. So we have Canadian versus Canadian. Ooh, this one has a taller bucket, but a shorter tender. This one has a very long bucket.
Yeah.
I don't think either of these tenders fit these engines, I'm gonna be frank.
So it's okay. It's so derp with the trains model of the D10 too.
Oh god. Oh, okay, it has a trains model?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, Trains Forge.
Thank you, Trains.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a good trains model. I thought you were insinuating that it was not a good trains model.
No, it's cute and it's cool.
Wait, do we do style points first? Is that how this works?
No, style points are last.
That was just kind of a aside.
Yeah, I just got distracted by the tenders on these things. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, just taking a glance at these two. Who do I send out first? I think the Canadian Pacific. What do you guys think?
Oh, doesn't matter to me.
Majoli's, wake up.
I'm in the bathroom, but Canadian Pacific.
Bruh. Okay, Canadian Pacific.
Okay.
Anyway. Alright, Milky with the CP, go ahead.
I am. Okay, you know what? Boiler pressure.
Boiler pressure. Okay, interesting. First call.
Bold gamble.
Boiler pressure, Brian.
200.
200.
Damn it. 200.
Okay, and now Brian goes.
I did say that these engines were similar. Anyway, do I take that risk or no?
We'll see how similar in a minute.
Okay, this is a risk. Number and class?
Ooh.
Okay, this one I need to do some math for because steam locomotives didn't put it down, but they did give me the numbers.
Oh boy.
So quick math equates to 511.
Jesus.
Wow.
Okay.
Wait, that's all the D10s. That's not any of the subclasses.
Wait, okay. So you just don't have that number?
You can check the...
Hold on.
You can check the number.
I will check. I will verify this.
Because, yeah, that's just what it is.
I just want you to say that me taking my headset into the bathroom proves that I'm dedicated to listening to this locomotive.
CP D10 GHI. Okay. D10 GHI. Oh, it stands for through bolt. Through.
Yeah.
It does not. Okay, yeah. Locobase created several entries to account for variations in superheater type, fluid count, and cylinder diameter. In complete fairness, if they called all of these the same class, is this insinuating that CP called all of these the same class and that steam locomotive's the one that broke them up? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I think it's the same case with me.
Okay, well then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, yeah. So, Milky, you do have whatever giant number you just quoted. I'll say
511.
511. Yeah. And let me do the same little check here.
I blew the risk.
Go on.
Steam Loco page for me says 50.
Oh.
Oof.
Oof. Yeah, that's a little rough. Hold on, I'm gonna double check this for you just to see if it. I mean, I don't feel like it's gonna move the needle, but I'm just double checking. This is.
Either way, I think there was more than 50 of these.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Hold on, which one is it? The H6G.
The H6D/G T-bolt or coal, basically through bolt.
H6G T-posing. God, there's a lot of 10-wheelers in here.
Jeez.
Yeah, Canadian has to have a lot.
Alright, so there's 30.
Yeah. I see 56.
Yeah, I'm just checking because they're the ones that broke it down. Okay, it's definitely not more than like 120, I think. Wait. There's a couple more down here. It's definitely not 500. I'll say that much.
No.
Okay, Milky gets the point. That was a long road to get to that singular point, the first point of the game. All right, let's not do that again, or else we'll be here all night.
I didn't think that we were just going to do this by all of the things. I thought we were just going to do them off like a single stat page.
It would be, but as
I have
evidence,
2 options here, and I chose the better one of the 2.
As evidenced by the blurb, Canadian Pacific considered all of these a single class. And that's on them, I guess.
This is the way.
Yeah. All right, Milky, go ahead.
Okay, I need to pull up that boy, but that boy. Ooh. Where's somewhere?
Looking at these two, and they are very similar. I'm seeing a couple of style point differences, and that's...
Kyber wheelbase.
Okay. Oh, boy. Brian?
14.5.
14.83.
Okay, so there are differences. I
knew there was a difference there, but I didn't know in whom's favor.
All right, Brian, you get your first point. Go ahead.
Brian, I'm proud of you.
Driver diameter.
Oh boy.
63.
63. Okay.
Okay, and now Moki goes again.
This is a good back and forth.
It's 1-to-1.
1-to-1 scale.
The hottest race of the century.
This is why I was curious.
This is World War One.
Yeah.
Stalemate.
Tender fuel capacity.
Tender fuel capacity. Are we both oil burners?
No.
Bruh.
I don't think it could carry 12 gallons of oil.
Oh, in that case, okay. Apparently, it's listed both as coal, because I guess both of these are oil in modern day, but like they originally were built with coal.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you win for that one. 11.
12.
Yeah. All right, Knabe gets point number 2. Milky, go ahead.
Okay. Tender water capacity.
Oh boy.
6,000.
Same.
All right. Okay, Canadian National, go ahead.
Hmm.
You already got one thing known about you, which is that your driver wheelbase is shorter. So
High pressure cylinders.
Okay. Milky.
21 by 28.
Well, 20 by 26.
Okay, alright, well, Milky gets that point.
Yes. Okay.
I feel bad now.
Why?
Chat of effort.
Oh.
Good boy. 28,063.
33,320.
Yeah, the CP engine seems to be striking it out as larger and more capable.
Okay,
that said, if Milky slips up, the larger part Brian can take advantage of.
Firebox area.
Firebox area, where is that? 183.
209.
209. Okay.
That explains a bit.
Great area.
3160.
49.
Holy cow!
Let's go.
31.60, that's what I meant.
I know what you meant, but damn, that's a difference. Okay,
Yeah.
Milky.
Evaporating surface.
1,929.
2,231. Superheating surface.
403.
488. My favorite CAX engine.
What the hell?
Man, you were so excited to take this engine, you should have picked the other one.
Combined heating surface.
2,332.
2,719. Evaporating surface divided by cylinder volume.
204.13.
198.84.
Okay, there it is.
There
Okay.
we go.
Brian has smaller cylinders. Okay. I was worried about that one.
It was a gamble, but
Yeah.
I want him to go.
Yeah. You did this out of generosity?
Yeah,
You called it?
it was a calculated move.
Okay. Alright, let's see how calculated. Brian, what's your stat?
Power MT.
Power MT.
Interesting call.
Very interesting indeed. 608.48.
715.09.
Okay, it paid
Nice.
off.
Nice.
It's 3-9 in favor of the CP. But Brian, you go again because you won.
Just out of curiosity, ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's a callback. 0.57.
0.58.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, way to beat those guys, CN. Yeah.
All right. Mr. CN, continue.
Engine wheelbase?
Engine wheelbase. 26.08.
24.83.
Nice.
All right. 9-5 right now.
Now here comes the slightly riskier one. Overall wheelbase.
Riskier than MT. Oh, yeah, that is riskier.
Real
Yeah.
quick to interject, I have a couple more photos from the Amtrak tournament.
Okay.
3 more cars were on their side. Not just
3
the
more
one.
cars? Holy cow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of on their side. What the heck happened?
Ooh.
They get hit by a tornado or something? Jesus.
Well,
I
based on
smell
where it is,
cola.
it was on a switch, so I'm guessing one of the cars was dangling or had something wrong with it. Picked the frog.
I just got scared
went
the
for a
shit
little
out of because
joyride.
the next train came through the virtual railfan cam.
Just muted. This, they picked a switch wrong and yeeted 3 superliners? Jesus Christ.
The train that just went by on the Flagstaff camera is the rarest type of train we get in Flagstaff. It had 4 Gevos and stacks.
Wow.
That
Rarest
sounds
train,
real rare.
Gevos and stacks.
Meanwhile, I tab back to the Iron Horseman and I see Columbia decided that the 3-foot gauge 3-cylinder Pacific from Belgium was a good idea. And it has 4
Yes.
sand domes.
Yeah. This thing is good.
Sir, we are out of sand. It's been 5 seconds. Oh my god, they look
Anyway.
like gas caps. I'm sharing this with the audience.
Oh wait, those were the sand domes?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Brian cannot see
What
this.
the hell?
Yes.
Hold on. I'll copy this into. Oh wait, I can't do that. Wait. Can
I
do
see
it?
that. The 3-foot 3-cylinder. That is what?
I want 9 of these things. Like
Oh, it got put in
I
streaming
want
and
a
recording.
model. I want
It
modeled
looks like
in
the front
paint
has like.
so I can Americanize it. And
It almost looks like the front like pilot beam was like chopped off of an engine with plate frames.
It looks weirdly smooth. Anyway, back to the locomotive versus. Now that we're done talking about derailments in this weirdo Pacific.
overall wheelbase is
Engine,
what we call.
yeah, overall wheelbase.
Yeah.
Yes.
So mine is 56.37.
The risk paid off. 54.25.
Okay, I thought with that stubby tender there was no way.
Yeah.
There was no way. But then again, both of you have really stubby tenders.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you're 6-9 now.
Nice.
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 God damn it.
Anyway, here comes another risk. Total engine and tender weight.
Ooh, that is a whisk. 354,000.
297,000.
Oof.
Yeah, there you go.
Engine weight.
205,000.
173,000.
Wow. It's 8-9. You can tie it up with this one, Brian.
I could tie it up, but this one's kind of risky because it looks like it's a lot. Tender loaded weight.
Oh boy.
149,000.
Oh, I had nothing to worry about. 124,000.
That's pretty good. There it is, 9-9. We are 2 points away from being able to go to style points if you so choose. But
Can I ask
carry
you a
on.
question?
Is it a stat?
Yes.
Save it for Judge's choice.
Okay.
Let's go for weight on drivers.
156,000.
133,000.
Good. There you go.
Now, here's a question, because I don't actually know if this is part of Locomotive Versus.
No.
Is Ellis Temelia's weight computation a stat?
That is a viable stat, yes.
Then yes, I'll go for
Okay.
Ellis Temelia's
You
weight
can
computation.
click on this right down here. You can click on this to go to the local rail dock and just use the thing there, so you don't have to do the math yourself, because we're all lazy here.
Okay, engine weight on drivers.
Where'd my candy corn go? There it is.
Candy corn.
It's actually harvest corn, which is like the ones with a little bit of chocolate in it.
Oh,
I don't know what. Like, my mom gave me this for my birthday, and it's okay. It's not as good as regular candy corn. But I'm not gonna. Okay, somebody put it in backwards.
Oh, whoops. Yes, I did.
Yeah, 1.3 is not a valid. I'm gonna move this so that it's just not incessant crinkling on my Audacity. Okay.
Crinkle,
oh my goodness.
crinkle, crinkle.
Wow.
All right. Milky has 0.76. Brian has 0.77. So
Wow.
that's another point. We have
Apparently
20.
these aren't as evenly matched as I thought, because there are some things that are way better in one engine's favor than the other.
Yep.
So I guess they're evenly matched, but not in the same way that you would think.
They're not evenly matched in the same way that having like the two almost identical engines that are identical on a lot of stats are matched. They are two 10-wheelers. One is a little bit chunkier and more powerful. One is a little bit lighter and less powerful.
This kind of reminds me of the AC9 versus the cab forward.
Mm-hmm.
The subtle differences between the two.
Yep. Well, the AC9 and the cab forward were even worse because they were actually tying on a lot of things. Like a lot of really specific things.
Yeah.
Anyway. Brian, you now have the option to go to style points at any time. Otherwise, you can continue trying to rack up points with stats.
I don't think there's really any weight stats that I haven't gone over yet.
Okay. If you think
the
you're
scary
all played
thing
out,
is, the chances are, if I try and go for a stat and I lose at it, then he'll just start going over all the power stats and gain back all his points.
that is a risk, yes.
You also find that one stat that you could win.
I think I know a couple.
Yeah, I haven't really found that anymore. There's like, hang on, which one have you taken?
There's a couple.
Darn, took that one. Damn it, you didn't. So we both have wall shirts. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
That is a huge risk because I know that both of our engines were like built at around the same time.
Gears are turning.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna play it safe and go straight to style points.
All right, straight to style points it is.
Yeah.
What style points can you call out for yourself, my friend?
Let's see, ditch lights.
You do have
boss
ditch
number
lights.
plate.
Hold on, one thing at a time. I did want to say you do have ditch lights, which I thought was hilarious. I think you both have an embossed number plate though.
It's because I used to run on the main line.
Gobbles.
1992 used to run on the main line a bit. It was for the Alberta Centenary, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I don't know if it ever was with 6060, but I do know it ran on the main line at around the same time as 6060's last main line.
I'm falling out of my
runs.
chair. All right, we're good.
In honesty,
Anyway.
I think you both have embossed number plates, but you do have like actually embossed letters on the side of your cab, which is always really neat. So that's the point for that.
I guess a paint point for the somewhat Kamloops paint job with the white stripes along the running boards and footboards, as well as the white striped rods.
I mean, white walls are one thing. You guys, Milky, did you have white walls at any point that you could find?
Yeah, and
because that's not a crazy like. There's nothing super special going on here in terms of paint for the both of you.
Other than, unless you count like logos, which I guess you don't.
The logo is neat. I think if you had the more ornate logo, I would give a point for that, like the one with the maple leaf.
I don't think any of these had that. In fact, I don't know if any of Canadian National Small Steam had anything other than like wafer logos and or lettering.
Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable.
I'm trying to find out if a paint scheme assisted on this engine.
I'm guessing that we both like ran in preservation and we both have preserved engines.
Yeah. How many though?
That's the thing. I don't know how many of the H6s that are preserved because there's quite a few. I don't know how many of them are H6Gs with the key bolt, through bolt.
T-pose.
I do know that there's 1392, 1395, and I think there was one other. But I know that there's a ton. There's a few of these, but I know that there's also quite a few of the D10s, but they're different subclasses. So I don't know.
Let me see if I can.
The D10 has quite a bit of survivors.
Yeah, if we had hard numbers on these, I think it's kind of a bust anyway, because we don't even know exactly how many were built, or like what counts as being in the class.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know this was one.
Mine has 2 surviving, but I have one that's run and run on the main line for that.
Oh wait, Milky, do you have more than 2?
I'm pretty sure that I do.
Okay, well I'll give you a point for having more.
Okay, because the Wellington Northern has one. The Canadian...
Excuse me?
The one museum that I keep forgetting about because
Expo
I don't
Rail?
know. Yes.
That's a different class. 1551 is an H6 something. I think it's an H60, but it's not an H6G.
Yes, it is. At least according to Age of Steam's website, it is.
An H6G?
Alright, you know what? I'll call it a wash either way, because Milky might have more, but...
926 is what I'm talking about.
At least one of his is run. If you're counting all the different subclasses of the D10, then I'm actually very scared.
Okay, so you got the one at the Wellington Northern, the one on display at wherever this town is.
Expo Rail.
Kitchener. No. Kitchener is the name of the town. They have one on display.
If the 972 and the 1057 have operated, then you'll have are in the same class as you. Then you'll have 2 operators.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
closer.
All right, I'll just
wait. I actually have 3. I think. I don't know, but I do know that 1533 operated. I'm not sure if that's an H6G.
It's the Canada Science and Technology Museum. That's what I'm thinking of.
To stop us from getting deeply confused, I'm going to say, Milky, I'll hold a half a point in reserve for you if we can find another half a point to give somewhere down the line.
Okay, there's one.
Meanwhile, I will do the same thing with Brian's paint job.
All right then. Let's see.
Do you guys have other stuff? Oh wait, sorry, we skipped a step here. Achilles and Jader and myself, we need to call our judge's choice.
Yeah, I have been paying attention, but I want to make sure that this hasn't been asked. Have we asked Loco Base ID yet?
We have not.
God damn it.
I'm going to ask Loco Base ID.
Okay, Loco Base ID. Specifically for your subclasses, because, God, this could get messy if otherwise. Milky.
6,555.
Brian.
Well, Rip. 15,051.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, well, there's a point.
Which I get the feeling might have been intentional, because 1551. But there's a 0 in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, Jader, do you have one that isn't that?
Who built you?
Oh, good question. Milky?
Okay, I need to scroll back up for this one.
I don't know which
Scrolling simulator.
Okay, so multiple builders, but we built by CP.
Okay.
My builders were CP,
Oh.
Canadian Locomotive Company, Montreal Locomotive Works.
That's a pretty good one.
And that's it.
Okay, what about what about you, Mr. CN?
I was only built by Montreal.
Alright, I'm going to call that a wash. I would put Montreal Locomotive Works highest on the priority list there.
Yeah, Montreal.
Simply because it's basically Alco.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal is god tier.
Isn't Montreal just the same tier as Alco when it comes to, like, global?
Yeah, about.
So basically it's counted as Alco, like, if I brought a Canadian engine to a normal Royale. If there was, like, an Alco and a Montreal, would they be tied?
Regular Alco would go first, because once you get into, like, 2 Alcos, or 2 Alco, close enough to be Alco.
Then what about, like, Alco Richmond and Alco...
Yeah, exactly.
Rogers and all that.
So, then you get into the stratification of Alco. And then things can get even more fun.
Also, just real quick mentioning, one of the other classes on this page, the H9B, was built by Rhode Island.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's cool. I find that cool. I find it cool when there's a Canadian locomotive, like a mass-produced Canadian... Well, maybe not mass-produced. There was only 4.
It was Rhode Island.
Like a normal Canadian locomotive that was built by a non-Canadian builder.
Yeah, I like how it was the Intercolonial Coal Mining Company, and it was built in 1894. Rhode Island.
It says 1900 here, but...
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the CP page. So there was another set
H9B.
I'm looking at another set of Rhode Island-built 10-wheelers. Oh, there's another one.
CP and CN have had Rhode Island-built 10-wheelers. That's hilarious.
Between them, at least 3 different classes of Rhode Island-built 10-wheelers, which is awful and funny. But oh, hey, there's a Baldwin.
I found the sauce.
Yeah.
Surviving CP 10-wheelers, and all but 2 of them are a part of the Chi H class.
Interesting.
So there's 7 of them.
Okay, you know what? That's worthy of the full point. That's a lot. Okay, anyway, I need to stop scrolling through 10-wheelers looking for builders, and I need to come up with a stat to call here. Let's see. I'll just check it. Oh, you know what? Let's do factor of adhesion.
Oh, I was beating around that bush for a while. Mine is 4.68.
Not good. Okay, Brian?
You say that's not good. 4.74.
Ouch.
But you want to know what's hilarious? You know that Rhode Island engine I mentioned? I mentioned 3.95 for that.
That's pretty good.
That's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'm scrolling through and I found one that's
but that's better than any other engine here.
I just found one
I'm pretty sure that's the best of any Canadian National 10-wheeler.
What?
Oh, no, I found one that's 4.01.
Correction, I found one that's 5.84.
What?
Oh, God.
How?
Okay, well, good thing to know I avoided that one for no reason.
Alright.
Okay, what are the points right now?
Right now, we are at 12 to 13. Man, we've gone over time of this segment. We've just, like, lollygagged and chit-chatted.
Which one am I, 12 or 13?
You are, you're winning.
Oh, I'm still winning? Wow.
You are still winning. Although, Milky, I want you to get a chance to say some style points if you have any.
Okay,
Although I'm not seeing many. Looking at you.
I don't have a door.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
I do.
Yeah, he gets a point for the door. You probably shouldn't have mentioned it. Now it's 14
I also have
to 12.
the most sand.
You do...
There's some there.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
My sand dome is bigger.
I don't know about that.
You want to go measure that?
Actually, wait, that might be the Steam Dome. I might be an idiot.
Yeah, no, your Steam Dome looks bigger, but you're also a smaller engine, and it might be the same size. Your Sand Dome, I do not think is bigger. I think Milky gets a point for that.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you've just given each other 1 point apiece.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Trains
at one point
model
I might
and
have had a
actual
twin.
model.
Okay, yeah, so do both of you have Trains models?
I don't have a Trains model.
Okay.
I do have an actual model. Thank you, Rapido.
Yeah.
Milky gets a point for the Trains
I
model.
can also say thank you, Rapido, because
God,
they made me
Yeah.
too.
Are you like Railing Frog? I can't think of it. Nothing else jumps. Oh, there's one more thing that I could see.
I did have a twin beam headlight at one point.
Why?
Mainline.
Gobbles.
Yeah, but why?
It was just two beams inside the normal headlight casing, though. Didn't look too weird unless you turned it on.
I'll
So it
give it
looks
to you.
weird
It's still
then.
weird though.
Trying to look for anything
That's
else.
the half a point that goes with the other half a point I withheld.
I was in movies.
Oh.
Quite a few.
Okay.
And I looked absolutely ugly.
Okay.
Do you have a picture?
Real quick, this is before they blocked out any of the normal stuff for the movie, but this looks absolutely horrible. Union Pacific 1392.
Oh God! Why does it? Oh,
that is
my God.
745 level terrible.
This is terrible.
I'm going to take the movie point, but 745, I wish it was actually a negative point.
Oh my.
Stop.
This is after they blacked out the stuff. So
Stop. They couldn't even take
They
it off.
just covered the headlight,
Just
yeah,
stop.
it's bad.
and it still
No.
has the ditch lights. Yes, this is a real.
Oh, I might have actually
1800s
done
locomotive.
revenue for. No, wait, never mind.
Oh my God! Yeah, okay. Wait, Milky, were you in any media?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Well,
The Alberta Railway Museum says that 1392 has been in quite a few movies.
Mm.
That's only one of them, luckily.
did they butcher it in all of them?
No, because there's no other pictures for any of the other movies. Just that one.
I mean, I assume you could, watch the movies.
I don't know.
Impossible.
I don't want to because it looks too ugly. I don't want them butchering my boy. I think that at some point during its service life, 1392 might have actually worn a full Kamloops paint job. I don't have any pictures of it with it, but I do have a picture of an engine that did have it at one point. It does have it. It's kind of in a rusty condition, but you can see what I mean. Everything is white.
Mm.
This is 1158, a different class. It's in Saskatchewan, but
Well, I'll
that's
show
basically the
audience this,
Kamloops
but,
paint job. They took everything that was yellow and made it white. And then added white to
Right.
everything else.
Well, does anybody else have any pressing style points? Otherwise, I think this is it.
I don't, I did recently do a double header for Canada 150. Travel to different railways.
That's neat.
Nice.
But
Working in different countries. Oh wait, that would be.
I also did
yeah,
it.
no, that's a wash.
American Steam.
All right, well, I'll cut it off there then.
Airinger.
Let's cast our votes.
I'm
have
pretty sure
air
that I have one too.
You both have air ringers. Can you ring the bell manually, Brian? It does not look
Yes,
like
I can.
Okay, I believe you.
Well, I can because I originally had a manual ringer.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Okay, well, Canadian National, the 1392 wins by the points, which is 16-14. Let's cast our votes.
me and for the man.
I'm gonna vote for the D10.
Yeah.
You gonna vote for the D10? Okay. Which one is it? Okay, that's that one.
The CP guy.
CP guy. I'm gonna vote for the CN engine because I think it looks better. What about you, Achilles? Wake up.
I'm gonna vote for the CN engine too. I've been here.
Just
I
making
just don't know
sure.
steam engines very well, so I don't participate in this conversation. I maintain that if we ever do a podcast on April 1st, we need to have diesel locomotive versus.
Okay, and you know
this
what?
This is not at all like. This doesn't at all have to do with like style points or anything, and this actually isn't a revenue freight, but they are revenue cars. Here's a picture of 1392 at Stettler on like what I assume is like either a shakedown run or a photo freight.
Ellis, can I pin this in the Terminus chat?
Oh, that's cool.
Can you pin this in the Terminus chat if we ever have a podcast on if we ever?
That was back in 2017
just write it
when
and
I
I'll
visited
pin it.
there.
And quote me, like put quotes around it. Ellis. I will confirm that is a thing I said. It is recorded. It's on video. If we ever do a podcast on April 1st, we will do a diesel locomotive versus.
We should just do it anyway, honestly.
I mean,
that's terrifying.
Last time we tried, it was just like, okay, here are the stats, and there just weren't many stats.
And we didn't know at the time what was
Wikipedia locomotive versus.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Why? Okay, here, I'll pin that. And let's talk about some stuff. We just had a battle between CP and CN on the podcast, and we just had a battle between CP and CN play out in real life.
Yeah.
Jillies, do you want to lead us into that?
Yeah, so let me pause my Spotify.
Bruh.
I mean, I listen to Spotify during the podcast all the time.
So, unless you've been living under a rock for the last probably year or so, you've probably heard that Canadian Pacific really, really wants to suck off KCS's cock. And by that I mean they want to be one.
Yeah.
So CP has had the birds and the bees talk and is ready for their first time.
Hold on, I need to figure out where this dog went. He just walked away from my desk.
Hey, what?
You guys continue.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? So, if you've been living under a rock, you probably remember, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably remember earlier this year when CP was like, we're going to merge with KCS.
Yep.
And KC was like, fuck yeah. And then CN swooped in and said, I have a bigger dick, merge with me instead. And KCS was like, fuck yeah. And so they went back and forth. And finally, we have come to a conclusion. So because the fucking government and STB, what is it? Who's the
FRA?
The STB.
STB.
Surface Road Transportation.
STD.
STD.
So the STB. So in order to successfully form a merger, one of the most important things is a voting trust between the two companies, right?
Well, that's a way to do a merger. It's like
not the way.
It's a relatively quick way to do a merger.
It's the easiest and quickest.
Yeah.
But you have to have STB support in order to establish a voting trust.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately for CN, the STB said "fuck you" and no. Whereas to CP, the STB said "fuck yeah, let's do it." Merge. Not really, but effectively yes.
Yes.
So as such, CN had to pretty much back out of merger agreements with Kansas City Southern, and we have now finally finished the 4-month-long ordeal.
Saga.
Oh, this is...
So,
has this not... This is only 4 months? It feels like it's been going on a year.
it's only been going on for like 4
Well, I
or
mean,
5
the
months.
past year and a half feels like 5 years. So
There is a great thing that's coming out of the CPKC merger, though.
Go.
They're going to be running 2816 again.
Yeah, to Mexico.
Doubles.
To
Yeah,
Mexico
but
City.
Running to Mexico.
That is a shame because that means it won't be coming up to Edmonton unless it does shakedown runs. Which means I probably won't see it. Unless I...
And now, after this 4-month saga, CP and KCS finally agreed. After KCS almost said "fuck you," well, not almost, they did.
They literally did. They backed out of their deal with
CN drops pursuit
entirely.
of KCS and basically guaranteeing the CP-KCS merger. To be known as the most annoying acronym in the world and stupidest acronym in the world, CPKC, or Canadian Pacific Kansas City, which makes absolutely no sense. I would have much rather you did CPKCS, because at least it would make sense.
I don't
But
know. I'd learned that they rebranded the Railroad Southern Pacific.
God damn it! They should have rebranded
Do you
it
remember
to
my name
the
suggestion?
Canada,
Compass Rail.
United States, Mexico zone.
No,
That's
no,
that's
no,
funny
no,
because
no,
it's come.
fun.
Yeah,
no. Compass Rail.
Compass Rail.
But with a U
I
instead of an
actually
O.
made like a logo for it. I can paste that in the chat.
He stole the Ann Arbor logo, is what he's saying.
Kinda, but like this is just a prototype of the logo. I
Kinda,
want
but
to
not
make
really.
Here's
an
the
official
fun part.
one.
Here's the fun part. While he grabs that, hey, Compass,
I even used the CP Rail font.
Nice.
and you can still label things CP Rail. You don't even need to change it.
Yeah.
More like
Taps.
CP fail.
Taps forehead. All right.
Bring
Well,
back the damn multi-mark.
Here's
Except for
why.
they-
Just an aside. Here's why CP and KCS was allowed to
Pac-Man.
happen by the Service Transportation Board when they're giving giant middle fingers to every other merger possibility.
Yeah.
Because even after this merger, CPKC is still the smallest railroad of the Class Ones.
Even like
What?
looking. Like even
Yeah.
including Canada,
Yep.
US, and Mexico,
Yep.
even including cum trackage.
Yes. It's. I'm not sure if it's smallest by miles. I believe it's smallest by revenue. But even still, the point is CP was the smallest Class 1 aside from KCS, and KCS was, relatively speaking, a tiny Class 1.
There is no way that it's smaller than freaking Ferromex.
Ferromex is not a Class 1.
They're in.
It isn't?
Mexico.
No.
They're in Mexico.
What?
They don't count in the pantheon of Class 1s.
Okay, I guess it's just a Mexican regional thing. I don't know.
I want to
Paso
know.
Uno.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ferromex
just don't
counts
take it-
because it's in Mexico, but I do want to know where they fall in terms of the threshold.
I guess just don't take it from me. I used to believe that Iowa Interstate was a Class 1.
Iowa.
Once upon a time, but not really.
I
Sometime
used to
everything
believe
was a
that
Class
any
1.
railway that owned Aces and Givos was a Class 1.
Yeah, so
That's
Ferromex
not too
can't count.
unreasonable.
No.
Arkansas, Missouri.
But here's the fun
other
part.
than-
So we're getting CPKC, right? And remember how when this whole thing unfolded last episode where they said like, oh, sorry, CN's thing got turned down, sucks to be you, CN back out, and their second largest investor was like, you better fire your CEO. And,
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to wage war on you. I believe that was his exact words. So
Yep.
CN has not fired anybody, and
Yeah.
and instead of announced this full speed ahead plan, which is to reduce operating ratio, cut capital spending, increase shareholder returns, blah blah blah, PSR turbo button.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen this one.
Yeah,
It's
And-
the ghost of E. Hunter Harrison.
yeah.
Or as
exactly.
my dad and I like to call him, Stupid Hunter. Because we don't like associating our last name with that guy.
Yep.
you just go by the acronym.
That is a new one, and I'm going to say that to my dad.
CN said it will generate $700 million in new operating income next year. Blah, blah, blah. Share buybacks. Blah, blah, blah. Boosting earnings per share by 20% next year. And TCI Fund, who is the investor in question, is, quote, not impressed with Canadian National's sudden strategic plan. Why wasn't this done before? The current management lacks the credibility to execute the plan.
Nice.
By the way, this is the same investor that back in May told CN not to pursue Kansas City Southern.
This guy's an idiot.
Follower.
No, I mean they were in May like, hey, don't do this. You're gonna blow millions of dollars on this, and then they did, and the investor basically said, hey, we told you so. Fire your chairman and your CEO. And CN is like, nah, twice in a row they're like, nah, we're gonna do this thing, and the investor is very unhappy.
Well, if it turned out that the investor was Elon,
Totally.
No, it's
Elon, please invest in whale.
This is no mystery. It's TCI. They're a firm out of London, I believe.
Oh. Wait, London, Ontario, or London, England?
I believe London, England. I would not expect London, Ontario, but let me double check.
London, Ontario makes sense because it's Canadian.
It does, but it doesn't make as much sense considering it's, a giant investing company. How big is London, Ontario?
Rather big. I'm surprised it's not one of the major cities. I just know that it's actually the headquarters of a lot of Canadian divisions of companies, and I do know that it's got a big manufacturing business. It's a huge city, but not as huge as, say, Toronto or Ottawa.
Everywhere I look, it just says London-based. Oh, okay, it's the UK. It's the OG.
Oh,
London.
wow.
Disappointed. It would have been really... I kind of wish it had flipped the script on me and been London, Ontario.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Yeah, so we're going to get CPKC. We're going to get a Steam tour down to Mexico City, apparently. And
hell yeah.
As long as they don't leave the engine long enough and come back to it on blocks, they'll bring the Steam engine back to Canada afterward, too.
Yeah.
I want to see 2816 again. It will be the first ever time I've seen a mainline steam locomotive other than 1392, if that. Because I never saw it on the mainline, I just know it did work there.
I would say I haven't, although obviously we did a thing in 2019. But I have seen a mainline steam locomotive running at Strasbourg. Not running on the mainline, but it is there.
Running on the Strasbourg.
Running on the mainline,
Running
gobbles.
on the Strasbourg mainline. Running on the branch line. Oh,
Running
wait a
on the
minute. Does
branch
1309 count as a mainline locomotive?
No. Screw WMSR. They
Hey.
screwed over 734.
Oh,
We're going to
man.
screw over them.
Hey, you know how WMSR is, still selling tickets for 1309 stuff?
It's right not even test running it yet. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like on a train or anywhere.
Yeah, no, nowhere. It's chilling out front of the building. Last time I saw it, by saw it I mean in a picture. I didn't go there, of course.
Much like 734.
Yes.
At this point, just sell off 1309, rebrand the entire company, and bring back the G5s that ran on there in the 80s.
Yes.
I want to see G5s going through Helmsayer's curve again.
Nothing like a few scoops of ice cream. I'm trying to check on 1309 because we've had a spate of news articles over the last while. They recently, I guess, sort of renegotiated their loan.
Okay.
They've negotiated new terms for the balance of payments on 1309. No, they still owe money when they bought the engine.
Ooh.
When they bought the engine. They bought 1309 for $100,000. And
That's a good price.
They've paid $50,000 thus far.
And they were
just sell it back.
You dinguses.
Just give it back.
They're on a payment plan. They got a rent-to-own Malay.
You gotta start a 5-year plan to fix that.
Yeah, they did, actually. They did exactly a 5-year plan.
$10,000. The great roll forward.
$10,000 each year over the next 5 years.
Okay, good.
5-year plan, the great roll forward.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nobody gets
payment schedule, 0 interest rate. I heard you. I understand. I'm just trying to remember the stuff that I read about this when we got these articles in, which was quite a while ago. Railroad sweetens excursions. Oh, they're doing ice cream trains while they work on 1309. They're selling tickets for Polar Express, which they expect to run with 1309.
Jeez.
Here's a wonderful quote. Sometime between today and Polar Express, 1309 will make it out onto the line.
Sometime between today and Polar Express of 2033.
Yeah.
When I own a steam locomotive, I'm never saying anything about it. It's just going to run one day, and that's going to be it.
And the war will be over by Christmas, they said.
Yeah.
Oh, God. They also, I think did they get somebody new in charge or something? Oh, they moved their offices back to the railway station. Yeah. The WMSR will return its offices to the Western Maryland Railway Station and lease the entire second floor. With what money? The offices were closed 3 years ago during difficult financial times. Right, because things have gotten better since then. They shifted administrative operations to their train yard. We're coming back. We are welcoming back the Scenic Railroad to the entire second floor of the station. We worked that agreement out last week. Again, we are elated they are coming back and bringing their operations and gift shop back. Oh, the gift shop.
Oh boy, they can use
Gift
that
shops are best part of Heritage Railway gobbles.
I mean,
Yeah.
In fairness, for the people that own the building, that's probably the only way they're going to be getting any money out of this. They're going to have to renegotiate their lease over the next 5 years for the money they're paying to move in, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they... No, that's different. Okay, that's a Department of Planning thing. Okay. Yeah, so, in other words, things are going well over in the land of the WMSR, and I wouldn't hold your breath about Polar Express with 1309.
No,
if they do it...
I hold my breath about our stuff. Not bad.
Yeah. If they do it, Godspeed, more power to them. So proud of you guys. If they don't do it, I will be distinctly unsurprised.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were you holding your breath about, Milky?
Well, the new Wabtec battery electric locomotive has finally had its first official purchase. There's a mining railway in Australia that purchased some of them. How many did they purchase?
Isn't that the same one that bought a bunch of AC6000s?
No, different one.
I feel like mining
because I know that there's a couple of railroads down in Australia couple of mining railways down in Australia that did buy some of the 6,000 horsepower units when they were still on the market.
Oh, this is interesting.
That's not it.
They currently use 4 Wabtec ES44 ACI diesel-electric engines to move ore trains of about 8,800 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big...
Yeah, no, everything's... I know people talk about Texas, but as far as railroading goes, everything's bigger in Australia. They have ridiculously long ore trains.
They had the record.
Yeah.
And they hauled that damn thing with SD50, with like SD40s and stuff.
Yeah, but everything they get is like souped up. And of course, it's hot as dicks out there.
They had E units with like modern engines and the double cabs.
The flex drive locomotive will replace one of the diesels in a 4 diesel electric consist, basically to form a hybrid, and it'll recharge during the trip using regenerative braking.
Nice.
That's actually very smart.
Yeah.
That's very pog.
It will include a special liquid cooling system to address the region's heat. That's actually really interesting. So basically they're making... Imagine these 4 engines are just tied together. I know they are, but imagine they are. And you pump all of the power from the dynamics back into this engine. Which I assume they use a lot of dynamics. Because these are gigantic trains. I mean, I assume they use a lot of...
You know what else is gigantic?
What?
The empty trains for their coal trains weigh as much as our loaded ones.
It's ridiculous. It's absurd. But yeah, they're just going to be reclaiming all of this power, and otherwise it would just be turned into heat, through the resistors.
Yeah.
But now it goes back into the train and can get used again, which is pretty brilliant. Like, as a way to start using battery engines, this is a really clever way to do it.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I can't wait to see how they operate and how their performance does. Because that's just neat. And return to braking is always fun.
Smart.
Like, the Milwaukee, side note, they used it on their electric divisions, and they generated so much power because they were in the Rocky Mountains that Montana Power actually paid the Milwaukee for power because they generated that much on their grid.
It makes your power meter run backwards. Does anyone get those commercials? I get incessant advertisements about like putting solar panels on your house. And it's just,
I do too. Yeah. I do too.
It sounds like one of those scam things where it's like this internet box will make TV companies
or this
gobbles.
Or this program
solar panels on your goddamn house.
Gobbles.
I can't.
Or this program is stimulus package for solar panels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just set up a wind farm in your backyard.
Guy gets paid by the electric company using this one weird trick.
Yeah.
What, Achilles? You said guys. What do you want?
I was going to make an unrelated note, but I'm not going to make it.
Okay, go ahead. I was just saying I cannot put solar panels on my house. I had to tell off a guy at my front door who was trying to sell me solar panels. And by telling
I maybe could, but no.
I posted on Instagram a picture, because we went out and took some pictures today, just me and my friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted the pictures on Instagram with the caption, "Flagstaff is pretty sick, yo." And somebody said caption is frat boy vibes. I don't understand how that's frat boy vibes.
Can we see the picture?
I'll send you the pictures. Hold on, I'll post them in...
what was that old picture? Like, pictures of foamers with threatening auras. You guys in front of the exploded engine.
Here, I'll just post them in here. I posted these 4.
There's also an article that goes along with Milky's Battery Loco one that's just the specs, basically. Because...
the technical spec.
Yeah, Wobtech apparently was marketing this like under the radar, and now that somebody's bought it, they're coming out and talking about it publicly. So...
Which is cool.
It's a way to do it, I guess. It's called Flex Drive.
Flex Drive.
But it's
weird flex, but okay.
FLX. Yeah, Bill's
weird flex, but okay.
Stop.
No, good. That's good. I like this. I'm gonna name the podcast Weird Flex, but okay. Hold on. I had another title in mind, but Weird Flex, but okay.
Weird Flex Drive, but okay.
Second generation curling development for delivery in 2023. And it should have an energy capacity of 7 megawatt hours, which is a lot. It's a lot of power.
It's about 3 times what was on the prototype.
Yeah, so you can. Cool. I mean, you can read all about this. All these articles are going to be. Every article we talk about winds up in the cargoes down below, which you can get
except for when it doesn't.
Well, I mean, it usually does, though.
Not always.
Not always, but we try.
You know who else tried?
Who?
The 261 group and SLI for the E9.
Okay, here's
I'm
my
talking about
question.
That, not you.
No. He was saying to you, he was helping you out. I have an important question. What happened? Because we got a response from one of the groups that said, "Oh man, we didn't get it," but I don't know what happened.
And then the other one was like, "Oh man, we didn't get it either."
Wait, really?
We know what happened.
All right, Brian, give us a brief on this situation.
All right, so I don't actually know about this "oh man, we didn't get it" stuff, but what I do know is, not that long ago, Wisconsin Southern was selling off their E-units. One of them was bought and restored by the Friends of the 261. It's now their E-unit that they're running, that they want to run with 261, which I approve of because I like streamlined diesels on the main line.
Yes.
Here's the issue, though. They were selling their other E-unit, the number 103, and the 261 decided to bid on it because they wanted a 2-unit set.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody else also bid on it.
The SRI was also like, "Ooh, we want
Steam Railroading Institute, aka the guys who run 1225."
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, we want a E-unit as well," and it's like, "Hey guys, Iowa Pacific is selling like a dozen E-units. You sure you both want this one?" But
yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much pointless because you could just get Iowa Pacific.
But we want that one. So wait, where was this before?
It was at the Wisconsin Southern. It was part of their business train, but then it went to Iowa Pacific because I see a picture of it in Wisconsin Southern paint on the Iowa Pacific.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay.
I think originally it was either Milwaukee Road or Union Pacific. I'm not sure, but I know at some point it went to the Alaska Railroad. Then it went to then it got brought back down to the normal states. Went to the Wisconsin and Southern as part of their business train, and then it went to Iowa Pacific, and now it's being bid over.
This thing's gone all over the place. What the heck?
And I also approve of it because it has ditch lights, although I don't approve of the fact that they're Norfolk Southern style. I don't like the recessed ditch lights.
I like this comment on the post for the 261. Did y'all win? And just no reply. So
I forgot where their party was, but there was a third party that got involved and won.
Is that who ended up with it? And did neither of these groups end up with the C9?
Imagine if it was Western Maryland Scenic.
Oh god, I would jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
If your friend jumped off a bridge, would you join them? Yes.
Yes, and here's why.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was secretly me.
Okay.
I'm joking.
That's really depressing.
I am broke. I am broke.
Imagine if I was the one who jumped off the cliff. Would you guys follow me then?
Yes.
No, I don't mean jumping off the bridge. I meant imagine if I was the third party who bid on the E unit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could all be the third party that bid on it. We just all lost. Yeah. Speaking of which,
Iron Horseman number 103.
Yeah, we should have all pooled our money and bid on one of those F40s. The MBTA auction F40s. But yeah, no, the SRI at least gave us a post of like another rail company was able to make the winning bid. While it is disappointing that we will not have this locomotive on our roster, we're happy to know that 103 will have a new life. Blah 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 blah. Who had the winning bid? Where is this engine going?
We haven't seen a thing from the 261 Trust.
The
261
I'm
Trust.
Sorry,
I don't. Where is this? Okay, we're gonna have to just see where this thing pops up. It's gonna pop up at the weirdest place. Oh, Colebrookdale bought it or something. Friggin' Hoosier Valley bought it.
I don't think Hoosier Valley.
Although we were not the successful bidder. Yeah. Yeah. 261 didn't get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western. The guys that got the NS. Osaka.
Oh, the other two executive
the purple
Fs?
guys? Yeah. Holy crap, that's actually cool.
Okay, well now we know. Oh, hi.
If they're gonna get it, then I want to see that. I want to see the ABA set.
They're recreating the B and the second train at this point. 2 F units and an E unit.
Oh, that's gonna look weird.
But except it's gonna be all purple and yellow and ACL style cool.
Yes.
Oh,
I love their paint job. It's kind of chaotic, but I love it.
Can somebody send me a picture so that I can see this paint
Hang
job?
on, let me look it up.
I don't know it.
I got one.
Achilles, you're the only one in that penultimate picture that looks like you're not having a good time.
I always make sure to
oh my god!
They look beautiful.
No,
I don't like the nose
shiny.
logo, but that's the only thing I don't like about them. They're
You know what else is too shiny? My future.
I mean, okay.
That's just weird and depressing.
I like how is that? Do they have open air cars at this train? Yes, they do.
Then what? What is this thing?
This is all sorts of weirdness.
I was about to post another image, but then I realized it's the exact same image.
This has... I'm looking at this and it's just making me concerned. And I don't know why. I just feel this vibe.
Okay.
I found some proposed schemes for these, and they're terrifying.
Guys, the next train
I can't tell whether these are fan schemes or actual ones that were proposed at some point, but what the hell is this?
Oh no.
This is what?
I'm afraid. Oh my god.
What?
It just looks like the hot rod train from Trains.
This looks like it would be for a sports team. I'm gonna be honest.
It looks like some old HO scale thing that was made.
You pull the horn and that's the sound it makes.
I found one that's green, and it has freaking wings.
They were green?
Green.
Alright, Lafayette is being pesty, so now he's
They
on
were
my map.
green, and it looks bad.
Yeah, so this is like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, now see, that would maybe work if it wasn't green and if it was like maybe green and
And then
gold.
there's the Piss Pacific.
Yes.
Oh,
'Cause it
there's
looks
your
like
gold,
UP,
Jader.
but worse.
Ew.
This
No,
is
it's Cornfield Pacific. That's what it is. Cornfield Pacific.
this is spray can gold. I feel like I've had that exact same color in my garage.
Okay. You know what doesn't look like shit though?
Oh God. Okay, can we talk about Hoosier? Can we do like
Yeah.
good locomotive acquisition?
Yeah.
Yes,
good.
please.
Okay, so Hoosier Valley. They're a museum like in Northwest Indiana. And I don't know what kind of like good fortune they've stumbled upon in the past like year, but they've been getting all the things.
But you could say that they have a really nice Bach. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice
Bach.
box.
Nice Bach. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's start with Bach. Okay. So they got Bach. Bach is an 04440. That's eventually going to operate there. And when it's operating, it'll be the only. Let's see.
It's the only standard gauge 40 that's operating.
Yeah, the only standard gauge 40 in North
So
America.
far.
Because the only other
Looks like a
40s
prettier
are.
version of the Redneck steam locomotive.
Because every pretty. Oh
Yeah.
shit! My mic wasn't.
Yeah, it does.
It looks.
I'm talking to my roommate.
I don't know what to say about it. It looks like it shouldn't be real. It looks like a toy. The proportions are so wonky, but it's a standard gauge steam locomotive.
Yeah.
It's the Cartoon Express engine.
Yeah.
Make it 2 foot.
Just imagine that instead of a forney, that's actually a tender behind it, a four-wheel
Casey
tender, and then it's
Jr.'s
just
back.
like
Casey
the average
Jr.
cartoon. The average cartoon express locomotive.
It needs to be 2 foot.
I like how they admit it. Quote, this locomotive has such a unique look, something you would normally only find in a storybook. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure I could order this off the like Park Engine catalog. It's
We
so
better have
wonky.
like a freaking toy of this that'll just be merchandise, like the template, Flying Yankee, but for that.
I like how it's an inside, like, I don't know what to call it, like an inside frame rear truck.
It's just so weird.
Yeah. This
But
is
it's
so
Yeah,
The
but-
inside frame rear truck, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cute,
but-
but there's so much that's off-putting and disproportionate about it.
Yeah, but
I wish there was yellow in the striping. Because
No.
that kind of puts me off not seeing yellow in the striping on the
It's
locomotive.
red, white, and blue. You
Especially with
commie.
this specific...
Yeah, communist.
okay, boomer. Gobbles.
Yeah, sorry for being Canadian. Anyway.
oh, that's right.
I don't know. Specifically with these like shades of color, I don't know. It's just off-putting. It looks nice, yes, but I'm just not used to that yet.
Yeah,
It'll take
apparently,
some getting used to.
apparently it's operable. It says it's operable, but they're not going to
Yeah,
run
it-
excursions with it this year because they need to train everybody. Which, thank you. Please train everybody. Don't oops, we went too far. This thing. It's too cute for that.
Oops, we went too far.
Oops, we pulled the
I've done
WMSR.
that so many times in AR.
Oh God.
Oops, I did it again.
Somebody was talking about the way that Steamtown pulls engines into their roundhouse, or like what they're
Yeah.
trained to do, because they don't want to smoke up the inside of the roundhouse, so they give it some throttle on the turntable, then it roll all the way into the roundhouse, and then jam the independent. It's like,
So they basically coast.
so that's why you're smashing trains into the
Yeah.
back of the roundhouse constantly. That's how you bent the headlight on 26 again. I get you don't want to. I get you don't
I
want
love
to
how
get
you said
smoke
again.
inside the roundhouse, but Jesus Christ, just
There's one hell of a way to try and avoid it.
stop. Just stop. What's the word? Ghost riding the whip into the roundhouse.
Just get an oil-fired engine and turn out the fire when you get in the
Yeah.
roundhouse.
Oh my God.
Simply make it pleasant. Simply make it smoking. Anyway,
Or buy
So,
a cab
yeah.
forward.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that'll.
they have-
Yeah, sure.
okay, yeah. So, all right, they have Bach. Awesome.
Bach.
They also got a pair of BL2s from the Saratoga North.
BL2
Rest in
too.
peace. These are the BL2s from the oh my god, a BL2 guy.
And apparently, they're going to take number 52. They've determined that it's the better of the two, and they're going to return that one to operation first.
Gotcha. By the way, these are former Bang & Olufsen, so we can indirectly thank the Penn Central for them ending up here.
Thank you, Penn Central.
Thank you, Penn Central.
Thank you, Penn Central. Send Penn Central.
I don't want to thank the Penn Central, but...
Okay. They also got an SDM from the Chesapeake and Indiana Railroad.
Oh, that's what that one was. Okay, I had that article. I don't have it anymore, I don't think. Or is that this one?
It's the orange
thing. I don't. I deleted that string of articles because I didn't look at them closely enough. All right, do you want to get down? You're just sitting on my lap. You're licking my pants.
Oh no!
Oh, wrong link. Hold on. Yeah, it's this orange lad.
It's orange lad.
Orange. The Che.
Oh, that's really orange.
Warang.
The Che.
Yeah, the J.
Yes.
See, they got the BL2s. They signed an agreement with the Chesapeake and Indiana to, I guess, to keep running. They're continuing to lease 5 mile section of track between North Judson and English Lake.
It's okay though.
So
It's
good.
based.
They can keep running things.
It's based EJ&E.
Yeah.
I just want to throw this out there. They're doing all this stuff, and I'm really happy they're doing all this stuff. Had anyone else not heard of them before, like a month ago?
I thought I heard
knew
of them previously.
Okay.
They just didn't really. They're just kind of there.
Okay, so it was just me.
I've heard of them.
I think I heard about them around the time of the ITM fiasco.
Yeah. Speaking of ITM,
Oh,
guys know the Monon switcher that got chopped in half?
Oh god, that poor thing.
They got it.
Yep.
The Hoosier acquired it.
Are they
and they also got a donor cab for it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm really glad we got closure on that. I didn't think we were ever going to get closure on that.
No.
They also got a caboose as part of the deal.
Right.
I think it's the same caboose in the picture.
Did that caboose also have an unfortunate accident with a bridge?
No, I think the caboose is fine.
Okay, that's good. The locomotive was infamously decapitated in December 2018 while being transported by a truck.
Well, he's there now. It seems like infamous for that.
That sounds like that one time in like the United Kingdom where they were like running some of their. They have a few SW1001s that they imported because they're like the smallest loading gauge of SWs, and even then, I think they ran one into like a tunnel.
Oh my god!
And it smashed the cabin.
You just gotta delete the cab.
By the way, if anybody's
let me
wondering,
look this up.
Like, why haven't we heard about this locomotive in the last 2 years, the one that hit the bridge? It's because it's literally been sitting there where it hit the bridge for the last 2 years. The cab was completely destroyed after hitting a low bridge in Logansport, Indiana, where it sat for 2 years awaiting disposition. And then, Q Hoosier, quote, working on saving this locomotive for almost a year, finally getting a hold of it. Do they have a picture of it, like, in its current state?
I don't know.
Not in this article, anyway.
I found the engine. Foster Yeoman. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but some British company has SW1001s.
I mean, this is...
Or maybe just one, the 120.
Or
something.
50.
Yeah, and then one day, apparently this happened to the 120.
Yeah, I remember this picture. Oh my god!
Bonk.
Ooh.
So there's the Monon one for reference. Here's this guy. It doesn't even look like. It doesn't look real. It looks like somebody just messed with the picture.
It looks like someone was doing a Wumbo meme.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to.
Conk.
The picture size is too large, but I'm trying to get one of the pictures of it beside a Class 66.
Can you send it? Oh, okay. Not like another picture of it bent.
Yeah, basically, this is proof that it works in the United Kingdom.
Gotcha.
Also, a picture of it beside a Class 08.
Shed.
Isn't that a 66? Or wait.
Yeah, it's a 66 or a 56. Whatever the ones that EMD... It's one of the EMD ones.
They made
59, 60 something.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's so
There's
weird,
a Class
though.
08.
Poor thing. I hope this picture is just... No, I mean, the metal looks pretty crimped over here. I'm just trying to observe this picture as closely as I can. Because it looks like someone just bent the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, while looking for pictures of the Yeoman SW1001, I actually came across a picture of DH-17. The Mexican PA in daylight.
That guy, yeah. We know him.
The guy that looks
did
pretty
you
cool,
do?
but also kind of cursed because of the orange Baron caps.
That's
Anyway.
about all Hoosier's been up to, I think. Go pay him a visit.
That's-
They're on my list.
Yeah, that's a lot to be up to. Just saying. Like, for a railroad museum, they're just like... They're hoovering up stuff. They're hoosiering up engines left and right. Yeah, I know.
Not another
know.
image.
You get a point for that.
Okay, that is a larger image. That's better. Yeah, okay.
It's also lettered for a different company here. It's lettered for
Hey.
Hanson.
Oh my God. I like how they presumably hit it so hard they derailed it, because it's not on the rails at all. The rear truck is just...
No.
Remember, if it doesn't fit through the hole the first time, go faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, what looks
I
like
started
happens-
laughing, and then I
Small.
realized what that joke meant.
The back is so messed up, it looks like it was, up against the tunnel, and then something rammed it from behind.
I think
I
that
feel like
might
that's
have been
what
what
must
happened.
have happened, because the damage on the rear end isn't just from running into the tunnel with its front end. Jesus Christ.
How the heck did they even repair it? That's my question.
Lots of hammering.
Yeah. No, they literally in Space Engineers, how you just go up and take
Yeah,
the
with the
weld and
welder.
it. That's what they did.
I'm just wondering
perfect.
if I'm pretty sure the locomotive still exists in real life. Like, if you went up to it and saw it, train coming in on virtual railgun. Anyway, if you went up and saw it, would it be would it still have visible marks of where it was hit,
Ooh, it's a
or
manifest.
would there be scars from the damage?
I'm sure it'd be like looking at a car that's been dented and then painted over. You'd see the paint looks a little funny. I can only assume. Unless they got a replacement cab for it, in which case you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Jiva's on reefers this time.
Jiva's on everything. I cannot take this phone call.
Actually, it's a manifest. Never mind.
Manifest Destiny. I cannot answer that phone call. Okay, well, that's all the news that we needed to cover for this week. Not a whole lot. Train news is slow, I suppose. I kind of am glad that we didn't have too much all-encompassing, hard-hitting stuff. So,
We will win next podcast.
yeah, we kind of need to know what happened with that. That's not good. Like I said, at least they have emergency responders, but man, they're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Speaking of which, though, let's do our advertisements first. Brian, you wanted to talk about your
Yeah, I may be
incoming
starting up
blog.
I may be starting up a modeling blog. It's part of a school project, but I intend on continuing it after the school project ends. It'll mostly be based around the locomotives in my modeling collection, mostly HO with one little tiny end dude that's currently broken.
Aw.
And I may add in stuff about rolling stock and stuff. I don't actually plan on getting a whole layout until a long time in the future. I don't know. But I'm mostly just a locomotive collector. Basically just stuff about locomotives. If you're wondering what it is, if it's WordPress blog, so it'll have the little thing. But if I remember correctly, it is the Motive Power post.
May we see it?
Yeah, Motive Power post.
Maybe.
I'm kind of interested in doing a blog for myself, or some way to share it.
Yeah, do feel free to sort of drop us a line when you get the blog set up. I'd love to see it.
I think it's actually public already.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yes it is. I just typed in the address in my browser and it works. So, real quick.
Cool. I'll link it down in the cargoes. What the heck did I want to say? I just want to say a modeling blog is another name for an OnlyFans, if you look at it a certain way.
Oh, crap, no. I meant model railway locomotive, specifically.
Okay. Anybody else?
Only one post is up. These are planned to go up bi-weekly every Sunday. So next week, I will be putting up one on a pair of F units. Yeah. Or is it this week? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's next week.
Who pinged me?
That's the third time that an image of that has been posted. What the heck?
What?
Oh, wait, what?
The welder from Space Engineers.
Oh, god damn it!
Why?
Oh my god, that's so good. I wish you had like a little dude next to it now.
Hold on, I can...
You don't need to do that.
No.
Just make that your termination.
I already have a termination.
All right, well, let's do the Colossal Mantle. The latest train on Amtrak. Don't ask about the Empire. Oh, Empire Building Number 7 is no longer on the Amtracker.
Okay, good. So we can guess something else.
It is no longer on the map. I mean, honestly, if it crashed during the show, it still probably wouldn't be the latest train on Amtrak. I'm looking around, and I don't think it would have been. Well, I don't know. Things are pretty good on Amtrak today, aside from that. I guess that's where all the delay went. It all funneled into one train. Sucks to be those people.
Anyway, so let's see what our guesses are.
Yeah, do you have one, Brian?
I don't know that much about Amtrak. I occasionally use the Amtracker to look at Via Rail stuff, but I'm just going to hazard a guess and say probably the California Zephyr, because the long-distance trains usually get delayed at first.
And that's a good call if you don't know very much. I mean, it's a good call if you do know very much, too, but for not knowing a lot, that's a good call. Jader, what about you?
Can I guess the Westbound Empire Builder?
Yes, you can guess the Westbound Empire Builder. Wait, that was the Westbound Empire Builder.
Okay, whichever one's not crashed.
Okay, the Eastbound Empire Builder then. What about Milky?
The Westbound Sunset.
Westbound Sunset. Okay, good call. O'Gillies.
I'm gonna go. Oh gosh, Northbound Coast Starlight.
Northbound Coast Starlight. I feel like you and Milky have swapped today.
Wait, Coast Starlight.
I fixed it, by the way.
That does run. That does run. Coast Starlight Alchemist.
I didn't know that. I thought that it was
It was held up because of a bridge, but the bridge has been fixed.
No, that's not what I meant. What I thought was it was replaced with a different service years ago.
No. The Coast
they restored the Shasta Daylight. That's what they did.
Gotcha.
I wish.
The Coast Starlight to Seattle is 1 hour and 38 minutes late. It's pretty late. It's not the latest train on Amtrak. Oh, there's another one. It's 14 minutes late. The California Zephyr, just taking from the top here, the latest one is 1 hour and 12 minutes late at Reno, Nevada. By the way,
Did you say Nevada?
Yes.
It's Nevada. It's Nevada.
Nevada.
It's not Nevada.
Nevada. Tucson.
Fuck off.
What was I screwing up at the beginning of the show? Hold on. Jader had it written down. Where'd it go? Oh, Yosemite. Yeah.
Yosemite.
Yosemite. The Sunset Limited. Wait, which one? Did you want the Sunset or the Southwest, Chief? Ooh.
I said westbound.
Westbound Sunset Limited.
Yep.
Okay. To Los Angeles is on time. And
Damn.
yeah. What was the one I was missing?
I'll take the L on that one.
The Empire Builder Chicago is 30 minutes late.
Ellis, I added something to the drawing, by the way. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, thank you. Just the waving space engineer. The latest train on Amtrak is the northbound Crescent. It recently
got the direction right.
It recently left Birmingham, Alabama. It is 2 hours and 38 minutes late.
What's the latest of our picks?
Of your picks, that would probably be the northbound Coast Starlight, hour and 38.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Southbound Coast Starlight is 13 minutes late.
yeah, southbound Coast Starlight's doing pretty good. The other one is on time. It made it all the way down almost to it's almost to Los Angeles. It just left Santa Barbara and it's on time. So that one's doing pretty good. Also, the poor Pacific Surfliner just being messed up. We didn't get to talk about that. We have an article on that, but anyway, it's time to terminate. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us, the audience members, and of course all of you guys. I'd like to thank Steve and Wes for creating the Locobase. Without it, we would not be able to do Locomotive Versus. I'd like to thank Virtual Railfan for not serving as a copyright strike yet, and
yeah, specifically yet.
Yeah, yet, you know. And just a shout out to the wonderful people in the Iron Horseman Discord. Of course, without you, we, wouldn't have our pool of guests and our pool of news and, in general, a bunch of great people. So,
and
anyway,
the pool of foam.
And the pool of foam, exactly. And if you are listening to this and you don't know what that is, there's a link down in the document in the cargoes to join us. I am going first because apparently I have 2 points. One of them was self-inflicted and the other one was definitely deserved. So I want to talk for a second about the fact that the SEPTA police now have a YouTube channel. They're basically using it to crowdfund crime solving.
No, wait, they deleted the video.
Oh, did they? That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, honestly, they probably found the culprit and then deleted the video. So each video will include a narrative summarizing the incident as well as any relevant surveillance video and photos. The first video published on the channel shows the assault of a SEPTA employee. SEPTA is offering a $1,000 reward for information. Yeah, they're crowdfunding crime solving. This is pretty funny.
I mean, that's actually smart because it might get out to more people than if they just showed it on, the local news.
It's pretty clever, and it means that you can rewatch it again and again, If you're like, wait, I think I know that guy? Anyway, Jader, Yosemite?
That's 5 for the counter. 5. Do it. Yosemite. Anyway, okay. Yeah. I linked Jack Burgess's website on the Yosemite Valley Railroad. Really, all this work has been super inspirational, and part of the reason why I've been on this 1920 to 1940s modeling kick. So yeah, a lot of good information, and really, really inspirational stuff.
Fantastic, thank you. Ojilis, what is
So is I couldn't think of a caption for the
okay.
it's for the picture of the
John Madden.
Additionally, I want to say subscribe to my Flickr because I've been posting a metric shit ton of pictures on there. Gonna plug that real quick.
Can you send a link?
So while we wait, I want to say Flagstaff trains kind of boring. At the same time, pretty cool. Great success.
It's very nice.
And Flickr.
But I barely even know
And
him.
let me
Yeah, right.
hyperlink that. Or dot. Okay. Hyperlink.
Oh my god.
Apply. Please check out my Flickr.
Jesus Christ. You can check out his grinder too, if you can find him on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brian, go ahead.
193 base.
All right, check out my boys at the Alberta Railway Museum. If give them some attention, give them some love, and if you're in Canada, feel free to visit. I planned on volunteering there. I don't know if that's going to happen, but my friend Alex, who is a year younger than me, he does volunteer there already. Next time it's open, if you find a guy named Alex, he's a youngster like me. If you see him, tell him that Brian says hi, and tell him that I sent you there. Anyway, yeah, check out the Alberta Railway Museum. They're really cool.
Mm-hmm. And Milky.
All right. A while back, in just kind of stumbling in the random crap that SP had, they had a coffee shop car, and it's still around. It was an alternative to their dining car service.
Okay.
And it's in the Pikes Peak storage lot right now.
Okay, that would actually be really
because
cool.
that's what the museum is. Yeah.
Can I get like my mochas and shit then?
Yeah, me and the boys getting a pumpkin spice latte in the SP coffee shop car.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want a pumpkin spice latte, but it's like 9:40 at night.
It's okay. I'm going out. You guys will be able to see me on the Flagstaff camera in about an hour and 20 minutes. And there's going to be me, because I know the guy bringing 3 in tonight. So there's going to be me, my roommate, and all of our friends.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Then we'll go out for Amtrak tonight.
You're going to be like, these are my friends, and he's going to be like, I don't know you.
Well, it depends, because if the guy who uses Flash is there, we're just gonna pretend that we're gonna pretend that he's not there because he doesn't like him. So,
I mean, Flash. All right. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning into this episode of the Terminus podcast. We will see you again in a couple of weeks, hopefully with some closure. Bye.
Yeah, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.